I'm Ted at Windy Hill Farm. Today we're going to do a video on a horse named Frosty. I want to introduce you to Brittany. This is one of our young horsewomen here at Windy Hill Farm. Frosty's been with us since about last August, September. He's been through our program completely. And Brittany has come here as an apprentice or an intern from the ATI Horsemanship School up here in Worcester. And Frosty's been her project since she's gotten here, and she's worked all winter on Frosty and done a very nice job with him. So what we'll do here now is I'll let Brittany go ahead and bridle him up, and we'll ride him around and we'll show you what he can do. Go ahead, Brittany. One of the things we work on here with our horses is we really work hard to try to condition their mind and train their mind before we do their body. So Frosty's had a lot of work done with him just on basic ground manners and softly bridling and standing to mount and dismount, trying to develop his courage and develop his confidence is an important thing. Once you get that accomplished, you know, everything else is easy. He's been very good for us to work with. It's been a great project for Brittany. He does very well at the road. He's traffic safe. He goes to the river. He's good with the water. As you'll see here in a little bit, we'll go out to the obstacles, and he can do the obstacle course very well. Watch Brittany will stow her horsemanship rope. I'm going to step out of the camera out of the way here a little bit for you guys, but I'll keep talking. Frosty's a gaited horse, and he's a unique gaited horse. He's a horse that you can walk along with regular horses, but you can also ride with gaited horses. So he's got a very nice way of traveling, and he's got a very nice canter, we think. A lot of times gaited horses are only able to ride with other gaited horses, and that kind of gives you a disadvantage when you trail ride. Frosty is approximately 8 years old, I think. I'll have to double check that, but I think he's 8 years old. He's a red roan. He's a great horse. He doesn't have registration papers. I would say that he's probably primarily a Missouri Foxtrotter kind of horse. Most generally, the Foxtrotter's got a very nice canter to him, and he's very sure-footed in the woods. He's very confident. Go ahead, Brittany. You can go ahead and rack him along now. Okay, you can stop and turn him around. Go ahead and you can rack now. There we go. All right, let's go the other direction now. Go get your notebook. The dogs are getting. Go ahead. That's all right. Okay, go ahead and canter now. Okay, that's good. Now we'll just move on down here and we'll do some of these other things, Brittany. He does very good on his leg yields. That's something we're firm believers in, and we guide our horses primarily with our legs and seat. Notice how softly she's using her hands. She's looking to where she wants to go, which is important. Okay. Okay. Now we're going to work on our obstacles. Some things that we're very particular about is we want our horses to back off the trailer. And we have this trailer here to work with the horses to get them to where they confidently and quietly can back off the trailer. When we trail ride, we like to take our horses and we just put the saddles right on them, take the bridle off, and tack up and load the horses with the saddles on. Take them where we're going to go if it's not too far. We ride all our horses with a little string holder under the bridle because, you know, I just feel it's important that I don't want to lead him by his reins, and I don't ever want to tie him by his reins. So that's kind of handy. You know, she can take her rope and stow it and have it with her at all times, and there's multiple uses for that rope. It's something you should have with you at all time. If you get out on the trail or somewhere, you should be able to tie your horse. You should be able to, you can use that rope to hobble him. Another thing that we think is very important is we'd like for our horses to work the gait. So this is leg yielding. This is what leg yielding is all about, is we want this horse to move over, side pass, and be comfortable around the gate. When you're working off a horse's back, it's real unhandy to have to get off to open and close the gate. So we try to keep all our gates around the farm here where we can work them off a horse's back. He can step over like that. He doesn't get nervous about it. He's okay. But notice how she handled that, very softly. Used her leg just to move him over. And you know, something I want to point out is that, you know, we're not out here rehearsing obstacles. We're out here really getting this horse to say yes. And we're trying to condition his mind and to build his courage and get him used to putting his feet down, get him used to all kinds of different things. But the foundation or the basis to all of it is that we just want him to manage his fear. We want him to think about what he's doing. I want him to think about where he's putting his feet. And you know, you take this horse, I promise you, you'll go somewhere and you'll see something he's never seen before. But I want him to be able to navigate that and manage that where he's going. And I've had people tell me that, you know, they crinkle a bottled water or something and their horse gets all excited. Well, it's not about bottled waters, it's just about him getting scared and not knowing what to do about it and feeling like he's got to run from his troubles. So that's what this is all about, is just teaching him that, you know, when something comes up he doesn't like, you don't have to run from your troubles. Frosty has no shoes on, he runs barefoot. We've got his feet toughened up nice. If you don't have sharp stones where you're at, you should be okay running him without shoes. We like doing the tractor tire because that simulates a hole. That simulates, you know, going into a hole or a deep place. You know, if you're out on the trails, that's important. Be able for him to confidently put his feet down. Now, something here I want you to watch is when he crosses these poles, I want you to look how he's really thinking about where he's putting his feet. You know, he's organizing his steps and he's taking that in a way that he's not stumbling and he's taking care of his rider. And that's an important thing when you're out on the trails. See there? It's okay. That's what we want. You'd be surprised, a lot of horses, they don't know how to organize their steps. But I think Frosty will do good for a timid rider or a beginner rider, someone that's a serious trail rider. He's never offered to act up or buck or spook or run off with us. This tire's got water in it, and that's the worst obstacle of all. If they'll do that, they'll do about anything. All right, come over here, Brandon. Let's apologize for the mess of my arena here in Ohio. Sometimes it starts raining and it doesn't want to stop for a week or two. So we're out here between showers getting our videos done today. Now we work around these poles for a good reason. This helps a horse understand his balance and understand how to balance his load, his cargo, which is the rider and the saddle. So I want that on uneven ground, and I want that, I don't mind if it's slippery. You know, I want him thinking about where he's putting his feet down. When you take him and you go ride him out through rugged territory, this is an important thing. He's got to be able to manage his steps. If I only schooled him on a flat surface like most folks do, he'd be tripping around like a drunk right now. But you see, he's not. He's sure-footed, and that's a very important thing. Gaited horses a lot of times are not sure-footed. You know, they've been bred for shows, show rings, and flat surfaces, and they are a little clumsy with their feet. So that's why I like these kind, because they're sure-footed and they're good in the rough terrain. Very good. He's good with the water. Now go ahead and weave your trot poles in, Brittany. This is an important exercise that you can work on. Notice how softly he'll guide and move that shoulder over and turn off her leg. See, in my opinion, this is horsemanship right here. This is where it all starts. Is see how she looks where she's going, and that horse will follow her lead where she looks. These are the things we work on. This is how we school a horse. And we're just teaching him to manage his feet and manage his steps. It's very good. All right, now, Brittany, walk and back him out. No, like go between them and there you go. But see how she can control his feet from up there? That to me is so important. She can control every foot from up top. Very good. Okay, well that's Frosty. I can't tell you one vice he has. He gets along good in the pasture. He's good with the other horses. He's been a pleasure for us to work with, and I'm sure he'll serve someone very well. Thank you.